Hello and welcome back to Healthy Spouse, Healthy House. My name is Tony and my channel focuses on health, wellness, and relationships. I believe that there are 15 different areas of health that any one person can work on at any point in time in their lives. So, guys, each week I ask you to join me as I introduce, define, and discuss each one of those areas of health. And then in the end, we make plans and we make goals so that we can become healthier in those areas. Now, guys, this week's area of health is social health. And let's get right into the definition. Now, social health is a term that refers to the ways in which a person creates healthy and positive interpersonal relationships with one another. It's also an individual's ability to handle and act appropriately in different social conditions. Now, while social health focuses on you and your relationships and what you can do to improve your social skills, let's not ignore the impact that social determinants have on our social health. Now, I'm getting ready to tell you what a social determinant is. So, a social determinant is a public health term, and it's used to describe the systemic factors that affects a person's well-being. It includes things like your financial wellness or your neighborhood quality or your access to community, education, and healthcare. It includes all of those things. And honestly, guys, these things are not fair. These social determinants are not fair because it puts some people at a disadvantage socially, but they do exist. And knowing and being aware of social determinants as it pertains to your social health can definitely help you no matter where you are, with your social health or with your social economic status. No matter where you are, it can help you to be socially healthy, knowing these things and knowing all about social determinants. So anyway, let's take a trip back down memory lane. I remember when God showed me, when He revealed to me that I was socially unhealthy. And I remember exactly like what I was going through at this time. Remember, God had revealed to me how I was unhealthy in so many different ways. And so I remember having friends and family invite me out to different places. And I remember saying that, I didn't want to go and, whatever. And, just feeling like I did not want to go anywhere. Like I just wanted to be at home. And during this time, like I had so many negative thoughts just like in my head constantly, fear and worry and anxiety that something's gonna happen, that something's gonna go wrong, and that, or I'm gonna do something wrong, I'm gonna say something wrong, or something's gonna happen to my kids. And it was just like these overwhelming thoughts at this point in time. And I remember my husband would be like, go ahead, go out, you need this time, and you need some time to hang out with your friends and stuff. And I was just like, but y'all need me here. And he's like, what? So anyway, I just remember what I was going through at that time. And it was one time in particular that I was invited somewhere and I declined, and that's when it clicked to me. It clicked. And I was like, oh, because I had done it so much. It was just like, meaning I had declined going out with friends and family so much that it had gotten to a point where I was just like, oh, wow, okay. So, and then God told me, you are unhealthy in this area. You are socially unhealthy. And that's where it started. And then He started to just reveal even more to me about what social health is. And so, continuing on, I wanted to discuss 7 signs of poor social health. So 7 signs of poor social health. Let's begin with sign number 1, and that's when you are reluctant to reach out. And that's how I was. I was reluctant to reach out. If I needed anything or whatever, because I wanted to be the person to give when someone needed something, I was reluctant to reach out. And my husband, during this time, my husband actually had to reach out to people because he knew that something was wrong. I knew that something was wrong, but for whatever reason, the way I was thinking and how, postpartum depression and anxiety was affecting me, I really did not want to reach out and let anybody know what was going on with me. And at first, I didn't even know that's what it was. So my husband actually had to reach out and get some information for me and help me to actually get out and go out and talk to someone too. So I remember that. So I was so sign number one is reluctant to reach out. And sign number two is when you have unpleasant relationships, and that's not always like there's something negative constantly that's hovering over the relationship, like people who are treating you bad, or you treating someone else badly or something like that. For me, a lot of my unpleasant relationships just involved me being a people pleaser and being overly accommodating to other people. That to the point where when it came to a point where I couldn't do it, it was like, oh, okay, well, I can't be me. And it's like, no, you're just unhealthy. You need to stop being a people pleaser. You need to stop being overly accommodating all the time and put some balance to that. So sign number one, reluctant to reach out. Sign number two, unpleasant relationships. Sign number three, poor communication skills. And that's when you're not really expressing what you're really feeling and what's going on with you. You're keeping it to yourself, or you don't know how, or there are a lot of ways in which you can have poor communication skills. Sign number four, lack of self-love. I've told you guys before, my self-esteem was so low. It was so low at this time. I did not think good thoughts concerning myself. And so there were times where, everything else came before me. And some people would be like, oh yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. No, that's it's not how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to find a way to take care of yourself as you're taking care of others. And I'll talk more about that later. But also, so sign number five is poor mental health. And again, anxiety and postpartum, I had that. And that was definitely, so social health was, or having poor social health was definitely affecting my mental health in so many ways. Sign number six is health issues. Because I had poor social health, it was causing me a lot of stress in my life, and just a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety, which caused heart palpitations, caused headaches and things like that. Lastly, another sign of poor social health is mobility issues. You're not wanting to get up and go anywhere. So those are 7 signs of poor social health. And honestly, guys, I checked off all of them. All of them were was like, check, check, check. That's me, that's me, that's me. And so, as I went down the list of the 7 signs of poor social health, do y'all see how all of these areas of health are connected? Like, I talked about health issues. I talked about mobility issues and stuff, how it's all connected. Your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, and all of those things. Like, social health is really interconnected with a lot of things in a lot of areas of health. So we talked about the 7 signs of poor social health. Let's talk about 7 signs that you are socially healthy. So the first sign is you balance your alone and your social time, whatever that is. It's going to be different for different people, depending on whether you're an introvert, extrovert, or all the people that are in between. Second sign that you are socially healthy is you are assertive but not aggressive. You say what it is that you need to say, but you're not being violent or having outbursts and things like that. Also, you can be yourself. You feel free to be who you are. So the 4th sign is that you treat others with respect. The 5th sign is that you have fun. You know when to just have fun and just let loose, right? The sixth sign is you participate in the community, whether it's through personal or through an organization, through your church, through your school, your kids' school, your job, whatever. Seventh sign is that you have a strong social network. And I talked about that in my spiritual health video too, where you have a group of people around you that are supporting you and you're part of their support group too. So I'm gonna leave you guys with tips to improve your social health, okay? And I'm gonna go through this really fast or really quickly. Meet new people, be approachable, nurture your relationships that you already have with your husband, your kids, your family, friends, coworkers, however. Try new things, find hobbies, sports, things you can get into that interest you, classes, community groups. Create and stick to healthy routines. Stop judging and blaming other people for things. Practice self-love and self-care. That's a big one for me. Practice gratitude. I have a journal that prompts me to talk about what I'm grateful for each day. And take care of yourself while you're caring for others, okay? Y'all, so may God help us on this journey. I hope you guys have had a great week. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also put your goals and your plans down in the comment section. I'm gonna do the same. I'll see y'all on the next one. All right, bye.